All right, can we hear each other? Yep.
Okay. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Christian Reddy, and welcome to the 2018 GNCC Playdown at Potomac Curling.
The U18 playdown.
The U18 Playdown at the Potomac Curling Club here outside of Laurel, Maryland. My name is Christian Reddy, and with me tonight,
I'm Judy Rackison.
Judy Rackison. Okay, great, Judy. So we have three teams out, or correction, 3 sheets in play right now. Let's kind of go to them now. Try to see if we can't bring up a shot here. Let's take a look at home. Okay, so on sheet B for our 7 p.m. draw, we have Gartner versus Hebert. On sheet C, we have Chumakov versus Goryovina. And on sheet D, we have Clausen versus Orliser Sherens. So tonight's cast is coming to you live from the Potomac Curling Club, and we are just about ready to get started. If you look along the screen there, you'll see our teams getting ready, getting warmed up. They just completed their practice ice, and they're now getting ready to start. So we've identified who has hammer. So Judy, how's our starting situation working? What's going on there?
So color is predetermined. The names are up on the board if we show you the other end of the ice.
Okay.
And I think they determined hammer based on throwing rocks in the practice ice, but we don't yet know. We'll have to figure that out once they get started of who's got hammer. Now,
I should point out, Judy, that I have absolutely no idea what it is I'm talking about. I just joined this club last month. I didn't know how to curl. So I'm going to be the total idiot, probably the only person on this webcast, either here or at home, that doesn't know a damn thing about the sport. So maybe you can walk me through what's going on here.
Well, I wouldn't claim to be an expert. I've been curling about 4 years now, but I've done this webcasting thing before, and we'll try to give some useful commentary.
By the way, Judy, I've never done a webcast before either. I am totally new to this. I am the most dangerously unqualified person to be here.
Well, it's good to have initiative, and we're glad that you're here, because
sure.
I couldn't do this job by myself, and I appreciate having help.
Oh, I'm glad to be of help if I am at all. Now, so right now, what is all this leading up to? I should ask. We're doing these play downs. We're playing down to what?
So these are the GNCC region U18, so under 18 years of age, play downs. So there are 4 boys teams and 3 girls teams in this competition, and I believe the top team of each will then will represent GNCC and go to nationals.
And GNCC stands for?
The Grand National Curling Club.
Grand National
It's basically the U.S. East Coast region.
Okay.
All right, everyone we've got practice slides going.
All right. So this is kind of a tradition. I've watched some curling on TV this past month, so it seems like everybody likes to take to the ice doing one of these initial slide outs.
So it's not just a tradition. It actually gives the curlers a little bit of an idea of the speed of the ice.
Okay.
The conditions may have changed a bit since most of these teams were on the ice earlier this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
There are 7 teams in the Bonspiel, 6 teams out at once. So one team, this is the first time out, but the rest have already been out here. But, just getting an idea of how the ice feels, how the prep went. There was a scrape in between draws.
So they've resurfaced the ice a little bit.
Yeah, they did a scrape, and of course they pebble, as always. It's pretty cold out here in the DC area.
Sure. Yeah, it was very cold
today. So we don't have heaters inside the ice shed, so it does. It gets pretty cold in there too.
I suppose heating the ice inside the ice shed would be a bad thing, right?
Well, it depends. Keeping the temperature more stable could actually be quite a good thing.
Oh, okay.
Because then the ice conditions would be more stable, and that is an upgrade we're thinking about doing sometime in the future.
Fantastic.
All right, so it looks like we're getting started on sheet B with Gartner versus Hebert.
All right. So
we'll figure out soon who's who. So yellow is Hebert, so it looks like Gartner has hammer.
Okay, so it looks like Barbara has hammer and Gartner has hammer, and it looks like Hebert, leading up for Hebert would be Shaheen Basiri.
Come on.
Looks like the rock was hogged.
We have a hog rock at the first one.
No, they're just figuring out the ice speed. That's always tricky for the skip, for the lead.
And who do
especially in the first end.
And who did we determine has hammer? That was Hebert has hammer. Is that right?
No, that was
No?
Gartner
Gartner
has
has
hammer.
hammer, okay.
Hebert threw first.
Very good.
So started figuring out, changed our layout a little bit since the last draw on our software. And they've thrown that one through. So yeah, it looks like everybody's struggling a little bit with the ice speed. They'll figure it out.
So is that fairly common in these, whenever they're starting off, or is it usually the first end or so, almost just like everyone gets used to the ice a little bit?
That certainly happens in league games. You know, these guys are probably at a higher level than I play in league games, certainly. But
and you play at a higher level than I play, which is to say you play well.
sometimes. You know, really depends. You know, there's a number of the participants out here who are from our club, and they have some idea what the ice is. A lot of these other folks are trying to figure it out.
Certainly.
All right, that's a nice centerline draw there, or centerline guard there. Excuse me.
And what's the experience level of these players? They all seem fairly young, obviously under 18, but is there a lower age limit?
I don't believe there is,
really?
but certainly with you know, with age also equals experience. A lot of these kids, I guess I can call them that, since they are under 18, have been curling for many years longer than you or I.
Right.
They started out pretty young.
I've been curling for a month.
I've been curling about 4 years, but you know, I picked it up in my 30s, so it's a little different than these guys who picked it up, you know, often as small children.
Right. So they could totally clock us out there if they wanted to. They could just destroy us.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a few of them who play in some of the leagues I do, and I've been destroyed by them multiple times.
If you want to go back to the shot of our webcam, we could kind of let you see literally behind the scenes.
Well, let's just see this.
Yeah.
This rock beef
okay,
here
let's get
for a
this rock
second.
here. We'll show everybody watching what's going on here.
Yeah, we certainly have a lot of interested viewers here in the warm room. Lots of parents, volunteers from Potomac supporting the activities.
Let's see what we have behind us here. So we've got a few folks behind us. Just we can't turn the webcam around, but if you were here, you'd see a whole lot of people, a lot of parents, pretty excited about this. So. Now, a lot of these teams were playing each other earlier today. I noticed when I came in earlier, I saw.
Yeah, so I don't think it's any of the exact same matchups, but there are only 7 teams. And there's always 6 out on the ice. So.
Right.
Like this way. Where is it? More or less. Do we tap? Wait only. It's gonna curl, but yeah. Oh, wait only. Yeah, Lena, yeah, Lena. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Jump. 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 Go. Yeah. Go. Go. Gotta go for weight. Get it. Pull. Hard. Drag it. Go. Hard drag. Gotta be one. Go. Great shot, Eddie. Same lane. Good shot, Eddie. I'll call an injury if I have to, but it's close. Close enough for it. Yes. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Lane, what do you want? Whoa. Feel this. Hey, look, 3 guys. 4 rocks, right? 3 guys done? 4.
sorting out some logistics there, their scorekeeping. You can also follow along the score on each end on the curling zone scoreboard if you look up the GNCC U18 event. We're trying to update the score as soon as we have them, although sometimes the players don't post them, which provides a little bit of a challenge for a few minutes.
And if you're watching us live on YouTube, feel free to drop a question in the chat. We'll take a look at that and try to answer as best we can or get answers to you as best we can.
And we're also trying to keep an eye on the scoreboards on sheets C and D.
So we're like multitasking over here.
House cam, it looks like red is shot. It's pretty close. And our camera is
Yeah,
not exactly directly angled down, so
yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
A little tricky to see.
Can't really say for sure.
Make sure it's guard free.
It's pretty well buried if they are shot.
Wow,
right to the
wow, look at that.
Okay, well, red is definitely shot now.
Holy smokes, yeah.
Yeah, I hear them discussing. Sounds like red is 2, confirmed by the players out there.
We got 3 games going all at once, so there's a lot of noise right from the adjacent seats. It's hard for me to keep track sometimes of who's yelling for what.
Well, it's always a trick in curling.
Yeah.
Wait only. Wait only. Whoa, whoa. No. Yes. Guys, you said 8. I think you said it's not going to be 8. I think you said 8. That's my fault. I don't know. I want to get rid of this. I don't know how, though.
So we have some trivia on some of the competitors out here on the ice. We had some questionnaires to fill out, although not all of them did. We do have some information on the skip on Team Gartner, Caleb Gartner. He is 15. He's been curling since 5th grade. How many years does that make it? He's what, in 10th grade now-ish?
I'd say so.
So 5 years of curling?
At least, yeah.
Let's see what else is interesting in this trivia. It says, whenever curling comes on TV, I fall asleep, although sometimes I fall asleep on the ice, too. Well, that's not a good sign. He seems to be wide awake right now.
I'd say he's wide up, yeah. But, you know, it's the sort of thing about curling. You can sort of watch. It's a great thing to have almost on in the background, and then all of a sudden, you wonder just what it was you missed.
Now it's not. You couldn't have gotten it. Now do we like this?
He's also an avid runner and apparently ran 14 miles on Sunday, which he sounds like from filling this out thinks that might have been unwise given this competition. Although he is the skip, so
he is a skip, yeah.
Makes it a little less.
He's not going to get his exercise from sweeping, right? You know, so he's going to be So
I think you get exercise as a skip just from being cold.
Yeah, there you go.
And he curls out of the Cape Cod Curling Club. That's important there.
So these people really came a long way.
Yeah, I mean, so the GNCC region covers pretty much all the way up the East Coast. I think the most southern team, I believe, is in North Carolina.
Wow.
So, you know, all the way up to Maine, maybe might be the northern.
I've heard some folks coming in all the way from Maine or Bangor. I thought that was pretty crazy.
Well, there's a club in Belfast, Maine. I've played there.
Really? Wow.
I'm sure there's more than one. He's 14 and has been curling for 8 years.
Oh, that's quite some experience.
Yeah. His parents curl. That's how he got into
That's probably
it.
how I got to it, yeah.
And he curls out of Brimstone's Curling Club. That's just outside of Boston. I've also played a spiel there. That's interesting, yes.
Gartner.
Wait only. Side's good. Really wide. Liz, push it. No. Yeah. Yes, high. Yes, high, Liz. Jeffrey, you gotta read this first. Whoa. Is that out?
That's out.
So this got moved like.
Yeah, what you can't see from this house cam is there's actually a ton of rocks right in front of the house.
Whoa.
Perhaps you can see there.
Whoa,
a lot
yeah.
of guards. And I think there's some question as if there's whether or not there's a biter that might be counting. We're gonna do a measure.
Like, looks like Gartner might have shot rock.
If we stay high, it's not too bad, but I like it. Yep.
Oh, there's still 2 rocks left. Okay, so I'm not sure what the confusion was, but they were moving some rocks around.
If we freeze, that's great.
Hebert with the throw.
Yes. Yes, guys. Switch.
He's
Switch.
going for a draw.
Change. Go, guys. Go. Go. Go, go, go.
So it seemed to crash on the guards and not make a big difference.
Caleb, who's counting?
Clean.
Trash it.
Clean. Yep.
Trash it.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Yep.
All right, so this is the final rock. This is hammer for
Gartner.
Gartner.
We're not gonna bump theirs in.
I think they're still deciding what to do.
Gartner is calling for a broom.
Okay, so I think he's going to try to do a way outside. No? Okay, I thought I heard him say he was going to draw, but perhaps it was somebody else.
Oh, should not be standing too nice.
Make sure it's over. Let it be.
Maybe he's trying to draw through that narrow court there. Looks about the weight he's throwing. That's tough.
That's not gonna quite get through. No.
Yeah. All right.
Looks like 1 Gartner.
I think it's 1 red. So let's look for some score updates on the other sheets. On sheet C, it's Chumakov versus Goranova.
We gotta boost our game. We gotta boost our volume.
Sorry, we just got a note saying we're having some issues with people being able to hear us.
We hope everybody watching, we apologize for the low volume. We hope this is correcting it.
Although I think that might be the volume in our ears.
That
not,
probably is volume in
not-
our ears.
Not the volume we're necessarily transmitting.
All right, let's see. We are getting.
What I think that All right, hopefully that's better.
Yeah, hope so. We apologize for everybody watching. Hopefully you can hear us now. If you are hearing us and you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to put something in the live chat or put a comment in there just letting us know if you can hear us okay.
All right, we're updating scores. Looks like Goranova has 3, and on sheet D, do you see? Oh, it looks like it was blank. All right, looks like that was. Oh no, looks like that yellow is still a biter. Little heavy, guns all the way out the back. Take down the scoreboard. Yeah, it looks like that back yellow maybe got kicked all the way out, though it's hard to tell from this angle.
Hopefully folks are hearing us. I don't know if it... we'll just keep trying to raise the volume here. We don't want to be overwhelming. Hopefully you can hear us.
That's a nice shot. All right, looks like they're taking out this Yellowstone that was just placed.
And a successful takeout by Team Gartner. Nicely
Yeah,
done.
I'm not sure if they wanted to notice that though.
Really?
Well, now they're wide open, just as the yellow one was. They might have wanted to roll out, or there's not much cover to roll behind. So Team Hebert is attempting the same thing here. It's rolled over a little bit. Not far enough to really be behind that guard, but that guard is way over at the side anyway.
Now, is that rear rock biting? Yeah, I guess it is. Huh?
Well,
Well, no, it looks
it's
like
hard
it's just
to tell.
outside of it.
It might
yeah.
be right on the line, which is in play, but not necessarily in the rings. It got bumped back a bit by a few rocks ago. We understand our audio is still quiet. We're trying to solve that.
Yeah, I like it.
Got it. Wait only. Make sure it's in the house, guys. Yes.
Well, anyway, let's get back to the game. Audio is still quiet. We're trying to solve that. All right, I think we may have solved the audio problem. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, we seem to just have another audio problem.
Touch left and nose, right? Touch left. Yeah.
Touch
You
your.
want to try to squeeze it out this way?
No. No. This way.
Normal?
A bit more. Normal?
Yeah, more.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's circle back. All right, so
Sorry.
hopefully those of you out there are hearing us. Hearing see a couple comments. From Ethan's mom, as a matter of fact. That's fantastic.
It's a nice try from Team Bear. Pull up the house cam right now. You can see that it looks like it's one red. Team Gartner. All right, Gartner is now going to. It's Caleb.
All right, Caleb Gartner. Is he looking to draw here, do you think, or is he?
Yeah, it's slowing down. They're carefully, the sweeper's carefully bringing it in. They're sitting one if they can come down into touching the forefoot, which I think they might be. They're just shy
They
of.
might be.
They might be second.
They might be second.
It's really hard to tell from our overhead
Yeah.
cam.
It's a bit distorted there, so it can't quite say for certain, but it does look like they're a second rock.
Well, Team Bear seems to think so because they're going to come in and take.
Looks like they're not leaving anything to chance, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they might be attempting to double these out if they hit it just right and come back and kick both of those red stones out, and then they'd end up sitting 3. Although they've got Skip, I believe, has one more rock. I should show you a view of what we're actually looking at here.
Ethan Hebert.
Coming out with a lot of weight there.
Coming in hot, yep. That is a takeout shot on the making. Let's see if he hits it. Oh, and he
No, it was
just
a
misses.
little wide, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It's the right call. Those, those shots are tricky. There's something, a lot of weight, and accurately.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could throw it hot, you could throw it hard, but
Got to throw it the right way and not
you don't
not
get-
do anything funny on your
there's
release.
really not a lot you can do to correct for it once it's gone off that fast, huh?
You know, it's easy to give a little twitch in the release and causes problems with how you expect the rock to curl and where you want it to hit.
Caleb, can you just draw in?
No, we're going to take it out so he can't tap.
So we're surrounded by curling moms.
Yes.
And dads. Yeah.
they seem pretty relaxed though.
Everybody's hanging in there, and surviving the game so far. Now, do the husbands and wives start punching each other out once things start to get toward the later ends, and as the games get closer? Or has there ever been violence or like that?
I doubt with the U18s. I mean, curling is not that kind of sport generally. You know,
Oh,
it's not hockey like over in the
Oh,
our neighbors
yeah, next door, right? They just smash each other with beer bottles, don't they? And it's a nice takeout.
No, I can say I curl with my husband, and sometimes we play in the same team, and we might disagree on a shot when one of us is playing Vice and the other one Skip, but it's.
But nothing that makes for a long ride home.
Luckily, we don't have very far to go, but it's a congenial sport. You win some, you lose some, but people get competitive certainly. Just got to do your best.
0-1.
Ethan Hebert.
Up, give it 0. Yes.
A lot of weight here.
Looks like he's going for a straight takeout of that.
That shot still.
Shot rock, yeah.
But it's risky
He
to overcurling.
He does it.
Nice shot.
He does it. That is certainly for one.
That was an excellent shot. He had to come right around that guard, which was tricky. So I believe that is 1 for Hebert.
1 for Hebert. And a congratulatory fist bump. Very nice.
How are we doing the other sheets? Looks like on sheet D, Clausen versus Ursler Cairns. Clausen got 4 on the second end. And on sheet C, they have not posted the score yet, so we'll get that as soon as we can.
Let's get it.
Make sure it's in, yeah.
Short team consultation happening. So we're just starting the third end on sheet B, where they haven't put up the score yet, but I believe it is 1-1 and they are tied.
Okay. And Clausen took
4.
4 in the second end.
Where is it? Wait only, guys.
Yeah, they blanked on the first end.
Yeah.
Yep. Where? Yep. I like that. Hard, guys, hard. Get it over, get it over. Come on, guys. It's a 9. Good shot, Chop. Great shot, Chop. Good shot, Chop.
That was right. Between 6 and 10. Freeze!
Please change the display there. Thank you. Okay, anyway, we got to manually press another button, not on the computer, to show you the right house cam.
Actually got to stand up like an animal.
Yeah, well, I'm a little too short for that, so I appreciate you can do that.
Yes.
All right, then Hebert is in the rings, I believe in the 4 foot.
Whoa. All right, drag it in.
And Gartner is coming in to freeze. No, they're a little short of that. They're sitting in the 12 foot.
Top 12. Shot. Top 12.
But not covering Hebert's stone.
Okay. Control down.
Wait only, guys. Yep, they gotta go.
All right, now we've updated the score for all 3 sheets.
Yes, pull.
And if you're tracking along at Curling Zone, trying to keep this up to date as well.
Gotta curl.
Yeah, we've got the scoreboard posted with the total score, which we're trying to update as soon as we can. But on Curling Zone, you can see the individual scores of all 3 games
That works
happening
out.
at once on all 3 different sheets.
Try it again.
And if you're following Curling Scores at Curling Scores on Twitter, you will not see any of our updates. For some reason, I make an update on the website and it says it's sending a tweet out, but it doesn't.
I'm not sure we're set up for that.
It seems like some other clubs are. We gotta figure out how
to look into. We've got new software, which is I like a lot more. I think it's working really well. And, you know, gradual improvements.
Well, the webcasting software is wonderful.
You might notice if you watch our last webcast, now we have sound.
Yeah, we were talking for like about 2 ends worth.
Before we found out nobody
Nobody actually heard us, yeah. So
some good practice for us.
So now we actually have people hearing us. That is definitely a good thing.
You may also see we've got some other improved graphics. We've got our logo, some more split screen options. So we thank Michael Dobbs for coming in and fixing all of that immediately after getting off an airplane.
Michael Dobbs and his wife landing, returning from Bangor, Maine.
Yeah.
We called them just as they were taxiing in and said, "Hi, could you come in and help us?" I said, "Sure." Within the hour, they were right up here at Potomac Kerma Club, getting us all squared away so we could bring this to you. So big shout out to Mike Dobbs. And to everybody here at Potomac Curling Club. Seems like the whole club's just got in here, volunteering on all aspects, everything from prepping the ice to prepping food, making sure the sodas are stocked.
Yeah, we've also got people volunteering, doing timing, for instance, as part of the officiating. We've got officials here. It's a little tricky time of year getting volunteers, so it's great to see whoever's in town is turning out.
Certainly was a lot of fun. Yeah, my wife and I joined this club just about a month ago, and my wife, Jerry Smith-Reddy, is over there keeping time. So we're both doing stuff tonight that we've never had a chance to do before.
We have a number of other bonspiels coming up here in the next few months. Adult bonspiels, and maybe not as official as this one, but we have... we have an open house on February 17th
Terrific.
For people who've never curled before to come out and try curling.
Now, how does the try curling go? That's something that people can just sign up for, and they get out in the ice, and they can...
Yeah, exactly. So actually, sign up, if anyone who's listening is interested. Sign up opens January 1st. And what it is for the open house, and we expect a lot of people to come through because this open house is in the middle of the Olympics.
That's going to be a huge event,
and
then,
it should
right?
fill up. I mean, we expect hundreds of people to come through the club. And so people sign up for a 1-hour time slot. They get a little intro to curling. They learn to throw a few rocks. They learn sweeping. They learn all the basics. And then we encourage them. We're going to have a special league starting just after the Olympics. We call our Olympic 101 Curling 101 League, which allows brand new curlers to come for 4 weeks, and they play in teams, mini league really, with coaching. And it's a great way to introduce new members of the club to the sport. And there's always an uptick in interest around the Olympics, of course.
Certainly.
As curling is, a sport that comes, people become fascinated by.
I think people see curling and they think, hey, wait a minute, that looks like a sport I actually might be able to attempt without breaking myself,
the
right?
pros are a whole other level, but it's, it's a fun sport.
Well, that's the thing. I think people try this game out and they realize very quickly there's so much more to it than meets the eye.
Certainly. I mean, there's a lot to strategy.
Yeah. But even just the physical, being able to stay on the ice. I know it sounds kind of funny, but I'm serious. I mean, people look at this. Well, they're not wearing skates. I can't skate. I can walk around on flat feet like these folks. And then you actually get out there, and it's a whole lot trickier, especially when you're on the slider for the first time.
Yeah, that takes some getting used to. But I've done a number of rentals or open houses and that kind of thing, and brand new people get on the ice, and they're always sort of surprised how not slippery it is, really, with curling ice, the pebble and grippers and such. Let's get back to this game. So, Bear is sitting at 2.
Here we go, guys. Bring it.
And it looks like Gartner might be attempting to draw now. I'm not sure if it's got enough. Yeah, it does.
It's a
The house game, actually, that's a great shot.
That's a fantastic shot, right?
So it's maybe just on the edge of the button, but it's got backing. I'm looking at this the right direction. Yellowstone right behind it.
So in a way, so if you were to try to do like a straight nose on, it's just going to hit the rock behind it, and not go much farther.
Right. So what they do really have to do is chip it out, kind of at the far on one side or the other.
Oh, looks like that's what they're trying to do just now. Looks like they're coming in.
That's what they're trying. There's a lot of weight.
Just get on the side there, and he does it.
He does it, although he loses.
He does
lose one of his rocks too. But I think
well,
that
you
was
know,
the intention.
it could be. Now I realize there's plenty more rocks to be thrown here. The whole board can change, but it looks like right now they may even have second. It's hard to tell from this angle,
really
but it's a possibility.
Turn off the scoreboard, make it see a little better. Yellow might be second.
Back to the red. Tough one.
That is not in.
I don't mind.
Sitting right in front.
Pretty tight.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Let's close. Just butt. Just butt. Easy. Whoa.
So we have the Vices throwing the rocks.
And who's delivering the stone right now? Is this on Team Gartner?
So I don't have profiles of all of Team Gartner. They didn't fill out the profile sheets.
Oh darn!
I do have a profile here though of Ben Grady, who's the Vice for Team Hebert. He's 17.
So that makes him a fairly senior player on this under 18.
Yeah, I guess so. He started about 13, so 4 years.
Okay.
Let's see. He curls. Guessing out of the Philadelphia curling club.
Well, hey, that's I'm from Philly. Fantastic.
No, I don't think. I'm not sure he actually mentions that, but he's a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, there we go. Good enough.
And, oh, there he goes. Yeah, he's from the Philly club.
No, that's my old stomping grounds. Originally from the Philly area, of course. That was before I even knew what curling was.
He's got tricky handwriting there. You know, he's got a future as doctor or something. Yes. What else can we say about it?
That's good.
He likes to cross and golf.
And Ethan Hebert
All right.
is up now.
We already talked about him. We should catch some of the other players on
How'd it go?
later.
Go, boys. Gotta go. Go, boys. Go. Let's go. Well, guys. Whoa.
Nice draw. Back.
So again, his own rock is middly helping to back up his own rock.
Yep.
He's backed up himself, but that just reduces the chances that, or it increases the chance at least one of those two rocks will stay.
Yeah. I mean, if you hit it just right, you could double them out. But
Right.
But then there's that red rock there, which could be in the way as well. We have Gartner, Skip throwing his first rock, I believe. Yep. Also a beautiful draw.
Very nice, and that is shot rock.
Shot rock and pretty much touching the rock behind it, which makes it very hard to move.
So that's a freeze, right? That's an example.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're exactly frozen. I don't think it's exactly touching, but it's pretty close.
Right.
Well, you're doing well with the terminology after only a month of curling.
Yeah.
It took me a while, and I still don't have it all.
My wife has been teaching me.
Yeah, we're gonna come do it, guys.
Now, she's been curling for as long as I have, but she's a lot smarter and therefore reads a lot more and is able to explain things to me better.
So it's a useful skill.
Nathan Hebert on his final rock.
Gotta go, boys. Go, guys. All the way. All the way, go. Go, go, go. Go. Go, go, go. All the way, all the way. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Team tries to bring it up.
Coming in for a draw, hopefully trying to take out that shot. And it
Just trying to
is.
get just a little bit closer, and it is.
Shot rock.
So yellow bear is shot, but Gartner has hammer. But it's really hard to get any closer than that, especially with a pile of guards in front.
Wow, that's a tough shot for Gartner.
Yeah, he's
Let's
basically
see.
got to follow it down, but just get a little bit further to the inside. It's tricky.
Gartner's final rock. Here we go.
So this is hammer.
Push it if you feel it. Yeah, hard.
Looks like he's going for a takeout.
Got a lot of weight on that. He's trying to move some rocks
Oh
around.
no, I think he's might.
Nope.
Oh dear.
All right, so it looks like
So it
it's
looks like-
one for Hebert.
One for Hebert. One for a bear. Thanks to Shaheen Basiri's mother, I am told that it is pronounced as a bear. Thank you.
All right, to give you updates on other sheets, Clausen versus Auster-Cherens on sheet D. Looks like Clausen got one in the third and are now 5-0 there. On sheet C, looks like the girls haven't put this. Oh, no, they have. It is 7 for Gurnova. So it looks like they took 2 in the third end. Just updating those scores for you. And again, if you want to see the end-by-end score, check out curlingzone.com and click on the GNCC U18 events. All right, we're starting out the fourth end with Bear throwing first. I don't know if this is what they intended, but it's a nice draw to the forefoot. Rock into Gartner. Looks like they're coming in for a guard. I wondered if they intended to get it over a bit further to have a corner guard rather than. Yeah, okay, it's off towards the corner anyway. It's off the center line. So certainly don't want to be guarding the yellow rock.
So who threw that? That was thrown by,
The
looks
lead
like Daniel
on,
Loffer.
Yes, the lead on Team Gartner. He didn't fill out a questionnaire.
Unfortunately, we don't know much about Loffer's background.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he's doing a fine job here. Getting off is Shaheen Basiri, I believe, from Team Gartner.
No, Basiri is on Team Hebert.
Well then, I got it wrong. Okay. Yeah, Basiri's on Team Hebert. It's a bear.
We'll figure it out eventually.
No, I got the mom right here telling me how to pronounce it. It's fantastic.
Well,
yeah, a bear. A bear.
Gotta make sure to do that for them.
Two there.
Yep.
A
All
bear.
right, so we're sitting 2 yellow right now with a red guard out in front.
Daniel Loffer on his second rock. It's like trying to draw it in, trying to bring it over the line.
Well, I don't think it's a draw. It's certainly a guard. It's pretty high. Yeah, I don't know if they're just struggling a little with the ice or
I like throwing the guard now, guys.
not sure where that was meant to go.
You like the guard?
The Bears asking for a guard.
Certainly, they're sitting 2. They're the rock at the 12 foot's pretty well guarded already, so they want to guard left of the center line to cover the shot stone.
Okay, it looks like throwing now for a bear is Eddie Lee, if I pronounce this correctly. And just learned a moment ago that Daniel Loffer is curls out of the Bucks County Curling Club, and Eddie Lee curls out of Broomstones. Big thank you to Miss Hamid Basiri, or to Hamid Basiri.
No, I said I know you were on the whole time. That curl's so hard.
Okay, well, Gartner came in and pushed back the shot stone. It's hard to tell, actually, which one is shot now. From our
It's
angle.
really hard to tell. It's a bit distorted, as you can see on the screen there.
I think it's yellow, but I'm not sure.
I think you might be right. It's obviously it doesn't look like they want to find out. They looks like they're
Bears
keeping
coming
this
in
one out.
to remove that redstone out of play so that it's no question.
Oh,
Looks like they sailed just past
squeaked
it.
right by it.
That happens.
Tough break for Eddie Lee.
You gotta hit it thin, otherwise there's a risk of
Right,
losing it.
you
and
just
then-
can't smash it head on
Yeah,
because
but
you got your own rock back there. So that's
it's a little tricky shot.
yeah.
I mean, obviously they didn't throw a lot of weight. Maybe that was Bumper just trying to keep it in play.
Nicholas Sanzali, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I believe that's.
Looks like they're just trying to draw another red one in. Complicate matters here. Definitely push the red one to be shot,
Oh wow, that's a
which they have done. Sorry.
very nice.
Didn't quite get the overhead camera on
Didn't,
time.
didn't quite get on the button, but that's okay. They got pretty close.
Well, they're under lots of cover now, and
They got a lot of rocks in front.
well, at least on the right side.
They got 2 guards.
There's still a pocket right there in the button, so it's hard to get to, though. It's actually really hard to draw to that because of the rocks that are higher up.
And this is Vice Benjamin Grady.
We do have a questionnaire on him. Oh, yeah, we already, he's one from, right, we already talked about him.
Great. Looks like he's making a.
I don't think that was intention. He came in and tapped back the red one.
That might not have been the call, but.
Yeah, I think he was trying to draw in. Just a little tricky.
Vice William Gerlach. William Gerlach stone.
It looks like they're also trying to draw into that pocket right there. Or even just guard things. Yeah, it's a guard. But that's an excellent choice. They're sitting 2, protect that. It's a lot harder to come in and do anything. There's still a court there right down the center line between 2 red rocks. It looks like that is what Hebert is trying to use, but they've got to squeak between 4 guards in front of the rock they want to hit. But they've got a curl, and right now they're
incoming. It's going to take out that red. Not what they were looking for, but
yeah, but it's still not a bad thing because they're opening
right.
things up.
They've opened it up a little bit, yeah.
Maybe center line.
I mean, they don't have hammer, but certainly the more open it is, the better chance they have at getting to the shot stone.
Right.
So Gartner is probably just going to keep guarding.
I think I prefer this side. Okay.
Yep, he's going to just try to put down a center line guard, looks like.
Okay. William Gerlach.
I have quite a high guard, but it's not quite curling over as
yeah, it doesn't look like they made
wish.
it now.
Sorry, they don't have a very good camera angle from here.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Bear's lining up for his.
this is a Vice stone.
No, this is skip stone. This is a Bear.
There are still 2 red rocks and 3 yellow ones left, so unless some of the rocks from other sheets have traveled.
Yep. Go early. Both go.
Oh, sorry, pardon me. I was looking at the wrong end of the sheet. Looking at all these cameras and different vantage points looking out the window.
I forgot which one we're looking
easy to
at.
get
Yeah.
confused.
Sometimes you just gotta look right out the window and just say, all right, what's really happening? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But a really nice takeout by
That was a
by
nice-
a Bear.
Indeed.
Gartner lining up for his shot. Oh boy, that's
hot.
That's running out of gas. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it got caught on something, or maybe he just pulled back when he went to release it. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they're checking underneath. Might have picked on something, picked up some junk on the ice.
How often does that happen? A pick rock?
It happens exactly when you don't want it to happen, usually.
Okay.
I mean, it
That
does.
often, huh?
I mean, that's why you should always clean your rock.
Yeah.
Even if, it's good to get in the habit early. Just wipe off your rock before you throw and wipe out the area in front of you. It's part of your routine.
Looks like a Bear's planning to open this up here.
Yeah, looks good.
It's really clean. Oh, okay, well.
Well, he rolled out.
He rolled up. I think he held him to 1.
Yeah, he did remove one of the red rocks. That was a good try. That was a very good shot. It would have been really tough to move more than 1. He seems pleased with that from the camaraderie with the team. All right. So this is hammering. All right, looks like sheet D has taken their 4th end break, although the score is not posted. We'll find out what that is.
We'll update that for you as soon as we can.
Problem is they end up down at this end of the sheet and don't have a chance to post a score.
Gartner with the final rock. Looks like he's coming in for the. He's trying to come in for a draw.
Yeah, it looks pretty close. Let's watch it come into the rings.
And he's got it.
Oh, no, he doesn't. No.
Oh, dear,
just
no.
about a foot short.
Just a, yep.
So that was a really nice shot.
Cleared,
really
he cleared
close.
He cleared that guard very nicely.
So
just
that was 1 red, 1 for Gartner.
Team Gartner.
All right, I can update that score. And we will find out what the scores are on the other 2 sheets, and we will be back in a few minutes when teams are done with their 4th end break.
Top floor. Just go.
Okay, so all 3 teams are on their break now. Actually, sheet D is starting up again, but we do have an update on scores. Gornova got 1 in the 4th end, and Clausen got 3. So they're both sitting, well, on sheet C, 0-8 for Chumakov versus Gornova, and on sheet D, 8 for Clausen, versus 0 for Oyster Charms. And on our feature sheet, sheet B, it is tied 2-2. So certainly the more exciting tight game is over on our feature sheet.
Yeah. Whoa, it's got a curl. Michael Oley.
All right, we are getting started with the 5th end. Although the 4th end score is not yet up, but I think they'll put that up soon. On sheet B.
Laufer is making his second rock, I believe. No, his first rock.
Yes, this is the first rock of the 5th end.
Daniel Laufer from the Bucks County Curling Club.
Which is also outside of Philadelphia.
Outside of Philly.
I hear they have a fancy new warm room. I was there a couple years ago for a spiel, and I knew they were planning to do some upgrades, and I've heard it. It's nice, but I haven't made it out there yet.
Yeah, maybe we can get Daniel to give us a little, instruction when we get up there.
Yeah, okay, go. Yep. Whoa, just Eddie.
That looks
Whoa.
trying to draw in there.
Good shot. Next one, shot.
So I don't have the overhead cam. We're just changing that. And now we do. So you can see yellow is in the front of the, just biting the front of the forefoot. So Laufer's throwing the second shot. I don't believe we have a profile on him.
I just got an update from Hamid Basiri. Looks like Daniel Laufer is a serious curler. He's actually attended curling camp, so this guy is someone to keep an eye on, I think.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's really...
I mean, certainly starting out young is how to succeed in this sport.
Yeah, but he's starting out young. He's really getting after it. I mean, look at what he's been accomplished so far. You know?
Yeah, certainly. I was really impressed with the junior curlers who start out very young and have, good form and throwing, and they're always just the nicest kids too.
Well, they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
Which is always a sign of a really good curler.
I mean, a few of these curlers play in some of the regular leagues we have here at Potomac, and I just imagine as a teenager, I can't imagine hanging out with adults like that. But they love the sport and they're so polite. And they also play really well.
They play very well.
Generally destroy us.
I would not bet a hard-earned quarter I could take on one of these guys successfully. They're
all right, who do we have up now?
Wait, that's a lot of curl. Bury it as far as you can get.
This is the second on Team Hebert, I believe.
Get here! Come on, guys, come on!
No, we're back. We're on Team
Tenzali's rock.
Hard! Yes, hard!
Looks like coming in for a possible draw here.
That looks like a great card.
Maybe they're going to promote their own rock. Let's take a look here.
Yep.
Looks like they get a little bit. They get that close to the button.
What you can't see from the overhead cam is that it's nicely buried behind a guard.
Oh, that's a better view of it right there.
Yeah.
If you look on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see there's a yellow guard well out in front, keeping that red rock nice and buried.
So throwing now is
Yes,
Eddie
Sean!
Lee, I believe,
Hard!
goes by. It's like Edwin
Hard,
Lee.
Sean!
Yeah, Eddie Lee.
He is 18 and 6th, I think it says. maybe 18 years. So he's 18 years old.
18 years old.
He's been curling for 4 years. He got involved in his high school has curling, Brookline High School.
Oh, wow.
Which
Fantastic.
is, I think, near Broomstones, because that's where he curls. It's a beautiful club. I've also been out there for Bontsville. The Kaiser, that was the adults 5 and under, that was there a few years ago.
Now, 5 and under, you mean 5 years of
5
experience?
years of experience and under,
Okay.
yeah. There's a whole series in the GNCC of men's, which is the Dykes tournament, which is here at Potomac in March, I believe.
Yeah.
The Childs, which is the women's tournament. I forget where that is this year. I think it's somewhere upstate New York. And then the Kaiser. So they rotate around the GNCC clubs that can host these. We've hosted all of them at some point in the last few years. And the Kaiser is mixed, so it's 2 men and 2 women playing in alternating positions.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They're a lot of fun, especially for people who pick up curling as an adult, and you know, get a chance to experience Bontsville. And it's always fun to visit other clubs.
No.
Well, I look forward to doing that someday. So Eddie Lee's rock, second rock.
Hard. Hard.
Well, that looks like it's coming in with a lot of weight here. Looks like it's going for the takeout. And it's a double.
Well, he didn't, not quite a double. He didn't
Not
actually
quite a double takeout. Yeah,
right.
hit
I mean, he
both
was
rocks here.
ran back the red into the other red, but he didn't actually get rid of both rocks there.
So
But still, it was a nice shot.
So a double takeout's when you actually remove the
You
rocks.
remove both rocks from play.
Okay, I see.
There's different ways to do it,
Yeah.
but
People watching this going, does this guy have any idea what the hell he's talking about? For those of you watching, no, I do not. I've only been a member of this club for about a month, and everything I've learned about curling, I've learned tonight commentating at this U18 playground.
I see some comments from our loyal fans here. Childs is at Rochester this year.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I knew it was somewhere upstate New York. Thanks for the information.
And it sounds like killing it at curling runs in the Hebert family. We have a comment here. Dawn Hebert is a past A event winner at Childs.
Very impressive.
So it's like it runs in the family. It's like curling blood, you know. But maybe they have like Teflon sliders like going through their veins or something. I don't know.
I think it's just, you know, prioritizing, you know, getting you know, time on the ice and enjoying it as a family.
Whoa. Yes.
This is Vice Ben Grady's rock.
Hard.
Pumping's perfect.
Good shot. That works. That's nice, man.
So there's a request to see what's going on the surrounding sheets.
Nice shot.
Yeah, unfortunately, we only have one featured sheet. That's what our cameras are set up for. But we'll.
Yeah, and our cameras are on sheet B, and the games are. We have a 4-sheet club, but we're not using sheet A for this tournament. So we're playing on B, C, and D. So D is really difficult to see. You can see parts of sheet C. So a very high guard there.
Benjamin Grady lining up for his
Just
second
barely
run.
over the hog line. But, you know, nicely lined up with the two rocks.
Certainly, that's
that are
a
counting in the
great
house.
setup there, yeah.
Come this way, control. I don't know what you mean by that.
A little bit of team discussion here on Team Hebert. Interesting thing just came through here is that even Dad Hebert, he's the coach of this team. So this is like a serious like family go get 'em team. This is
We've got a few
fantastic.
families like that, you know, here
Yeah.
at Potomac, like the Clausens, for instance.
Hunter
You know,
Clausen, who went to try out for the Olympics
yeah.
on
And
Team Greer.
his younger brother Eli, who's the skip of Team Clausen.
Here we go.
And of course, their other brother and mom and dad girl too.
Now I was talking with Mom Clausen, Kim. Yeah, she just started curling, as I understand it, a little while ago. So I guess I kind of like drew her into the orbit and just kind of like decayed until she finally said, "All right, that's it. I'm gonna go out there and curl."
I guess so. I don't know why she decided all these years.
Why not? I mean, look at this. This is fun. You know?
There's a little team consultation happening.
Snows it.
And Caleb Gartner with his first rock, I believe.
Yes, that's right. Get out of our chairs.
Yeah, we have to,
see over
we actually
the
have
ledge.
to get up and stand up to see this game sometimes. It's pretty remarkable. Oh, that's a hog rock. Yeah. That's always tough. You're trying to throw those. I guess he was probably trying to throw like a high guard or something like that.
Yeah, it's a tricky balance. And you know, it's the time of the game where the ice might be starting to slow down a little bit as the pebble wears down. So right now, it's 2 red.
In case there's anyone else out there other than myself who doesn't know what's going on, the pebble is what keeps the rocks going farther. And so as that wears down, there's more drag on the rock, and the rocks slow down.
Go, guys!
Yeah, I mean, it's a thin layer of droplets that's put down on the ice, and you know, that's why we pebble before every game, because the pebble does wear down, and especially in
We gotta finish it. You gotta finish it.
well-worn paths of the rocks.
Sure. Looks like Albert's coming in for a very nice guard.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to be guarding, though, because
No?
it's the other team that's sitting 2.
Yeah.
It's Gartner who's sitting 2. So I think he intended to draw there. It just, but it was a beautiful center lane guard. It
But again,
came
as
a little bit short.
apropos of what we're saying, the ice is slowing down, and so it's easy to come up short. Caleb Gartner lining up for his final rock. Looks like he's trying to draw in, and looks like he may have it.
No, it's light.
On
It's
second
guard.
thought. On second thought, no.
No, I think a guard is actually the right move here. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's, you know, trying to protect it.
Well, he certainly has it bottled up pretty well.
He froze a little bit. Just fixing that.
Try to refresh the screen here. Yeah, it looks like we're back. Okay, good. Wayne Anderson is coaching Team Gartner. Thanks to Amit Basiri on our chat, keeping me smart on who's who in the zoo.
Go then, guys. Gotta be 7.
Ethan Albert's final rock is coming in,
Whoa, whoa.
and that's
Wide out there.
coming in pretty hot. Will that go through? Will that? Looks like
Yeah,
that's
it's a little heavy.
just a little heavy, yeah. So that looks like 2 for Team Gartner. Now, Wayne Anderson is coaching Team Gartner, and that is Sarah and Taylor's father. Again, another family team, you might say, and this information coming in from a mom on another team, so even the teams know each other.
I think it's still a small world in, you know, in curling. All right,
That's
on
cool.
sheet D, it looks like Clausen scored another 1, and that is 9-0. Can't see what's happening on sheet C as they're standing in front of a score, but we'll update that as soon as we can.
2 for Team Gartner at the end of the 5th end.
So it's 4-2 on Gartner on sheet B. Gartner versus Hebert.
And Clausen on sheet, just repeat that, on sheet D, Clausen took 1 in the 5th.
Okay, now I see this. Oh, no, the girls have not posted. They haven't finished the fifth end. Well, that would be explained why they haven't posted it yet. So it looks like they're pretty close. I see Catherine Gornova throwing her rock, last rock.
So it's currently on sheet D. It is Clausen 9-0.
9-0.
9-0 for Clausen.
Yeah, as our feature sheet is on to the sixth end. Sheet C, the girls are fifth in the Latin. Throwing the hammer rock for the fifth.
Yes! Hard! Yes! Hard!
You can hear them yelling loudly into the ambient microphone. Turn that down a little
You
bit.
can really hear that.
Oh, can you change that?
Oh, yeah.
House cam, please.
Try and change the house cam here so we can get a nice overhead view for you.
All right, it looks like on sheet C, Shumakov scored 1
We have an update on sheet C. Okay, great.
in the fifth end. And yellow bear through a guard.
Okay.
Same way.
Yeah. You not. Not 10 seconds, go!
Hanlaw for second rock. Looks like trying to come in for a guard. Looks like it's going to make it over the line there.
Well, they're dragging it pretty well. Sweepers are working hard. But it's still a guard. But actually, that's, that's good.
Yeah.
They're covering a bit of the draw path, making it harder to outdraw their shots.
What do you think Hebert's calling for? Do you think he's trying to do a takeout, perhaps?
Yeah. Not a super heavy one, but
Right.
it could be a draw, actually. Drawing kind of around that one. Yeah, this doesn't look like a takeout. This is certainly a draw. Might be a bit light.
This is Shaheen Basiri.
Oh, no, looking pretty good. Sweepers are just dragging it. No, I didn't quite make it to the rocks. But, yeah, you can see they were just trying to draw through that port. Come in behind cover.
Yeah.
But the shot stone is still completely exposed.
And this is Shaheen Basiri's second event ever. This
Second
is,
spiel.
Second spiel, yeah. So
Yeah, it's impressive.
not bad, yeah.
Gartner's coming in for placing another rock into the rings. Looks like a nice one. Well buried. Just touching the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an excellent rock.
It really is. Nicely placed.
So I think here Bear is trying to come in and knock out that red one on the left.
Well, looks like it's coming in with some decent weight.
Yeah. The trick is that they got to get around that guard, not bump it.
Yes, Ben!
Nice shot.
Very nice.
And red is still sitting 1. Yellow is pretty close to it. It's gonna be hard to move that red rock though. You can outdraw it.
Yeah, guard anything.
Just start getting rid of some of those guards, perhaps.
Nicholas Genzali. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Zenjali? Sinzali. Sinzali. Thank you. I was not pronouncing it correctly.
You can if you want. Whatever.
And Eddie Lee getting ready to throw.
Some of these guards here. Yeah, that was a nice peel, getting rid of,
Very nice.
Moving two of them out of the way, even if they're not out of play. Yeah, at some point, you just gotta peel guards. People seem to hesitate, you know, feeling like it's not necessarily worth it, but sometimes it's, you know, it's necessary. Quite wide. I think they're trying to try and.
Looks like coming in for a draw here, trying to bring this right on the button, or as close to as possible, I suppose. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Well, they
Well,
got
it's protecting their shots down. I mean,
yeah,
it's
they're
a lot harder
protecting
to.
it. And hit two is sort of protected by 2 forward guards. So.
Come this way, hit. Let me come this way, hit our yellow into that red. What? Yeah, might as well.
And Hebert's calling for a timeout.
Yeah, I think they get a certain, I don't know exactly what the rules are on this, but they get a certain number of timeouts throughout the game. And of course, we have official timers who are keeping careful track of all of the time spent.
Well, it seems like the timers really have to pay
time and such.
very careful attention to exactly who's doing what, and
Indeed,
who's thinking and who isn't technically.
I admit I don't really know all the rules on timing, but I know that, you know, they can call a timeout. They have a certain amount of time they can spend thinking and deciding the shots, and, you know, it's a close game, so it's certainly, you know, especially this late in the game, we're in the 6th end, you know, making sure to do the best possible shot.
So off on the side of the ice is Coach Hebert, consulting with his team, trying to take some feedback and giving them some feedback on their ideas.
Yeah, it's tricky. There's a lot of red in there.
Yeah.
Getting rid of that shot stone. I admit I don't see the solution, but, you know, I'm sure their coach is much wiser than I am. Curling strategy.
Okay, now joining is our chief official. And I guess that's the end of the timeout period.
Yep, it looks like they've decided on the shot. And it looks like they're trying to do some kind of run back, running back. Yep, their red stone that's a guard, about, I don't know what that is, 4 or 5 feet, into the red one. They just got to not get rid of their shot stone in doing so.
Wow.
So it's tricky.
It's going to be tricky, yeah.
It's a tricky shot because they got to hit it just right to not just pop out their own stone out the back and leave the yellow one there. That's kind of the worst case scenario.
Ben Grady, the vice on Team Hebert. Getting his line of delivery set up on that broom. Here we go. Coming with a lot of weight.
Yep. Somebody trying to move
It's
it.
going to be a straight shot through here. And it's a heel of the guard.
I'm sure that's what he intended. But
No, it's,
you know,
pretty obvious. It's
but
not
still,
what they're looking for. But
opening it up is always a good thing at this point when,
yeah.
you know, there's a bunch of guards out there in your way and something delicate going on in the house.
William Gerlach up for Team Gartner.
does give us more options, so that's a good shot.
Now I have the red double.
It does open up the rest of the shot. Or not.
Looks like it's going to be a new guard.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Frozen. Oh, well,
just-
not quite frozen.
They're just trying to,
Yeah, same shot,
you
same
know,
shot.
make it difficult for Team Hebert. It's their sitting shot. There's a lot of weight coming
Looks like they're going to try to blast this open if he
to
can.
Team Hebert.
Okay, well, we
Interesting.
got
A lot of rocks moving around.
a lot of rocks
anyway.
moving around, but we've got shot rock for
Well, shot rock is still Gartner.
Yeah, but Hebert's right next to it. Well, not next to it, but he's obviously the second rock. So
But I think this means that the yellow one might be exposed now. All right, it looks like on sheet D, the Clausen versus Orsler Cairns has concluded. Clausen won. The final score looks to be, after 6 ends, 9-1. On sheet B and C, the 6th end is still ongoing. Looks like Gartner is throwing some sort of guard here, kind of guard the draw on the right side. Well, my right, I guess your left.
okay.
The viewers, that is. You and I are facing the same direction.
The draw looks good.
Well, I just piled onto the center line, so I don't think that really made much of a difference. But you know, it's certainly a good idea. Guard their shot rock.
Well, we have a lot here. So we've got
It's a little overhead view here. You can see that yellow rock got kicked out a little bit, but it's still fairly covered by the red one in front of it.
Please go
And
draw.
you can see Team
Please
Bear
just
trying
go
to
and draw.
evaluate that.
Like, there's no reason not to get right now. Okay, whatever. Let's just do
And
it.
trying to figure out a way to maybe tap that yellow one in,
Oh, come on. Come on.
or get rid of both of the red ones. Perhaps that's what he's going for. They hit it kind of on the left side.
so maybe try to take out that top rock there. Is that possible? Or
Yeah, I think so. If they hit it kind of over
yeah,
on one side and jam it into the other one, I mean, it's a hard shot. But it looks like what they're trying to do from the broom placement. Expect a lot of weight on this. See the sweepers going. There's a lot of.
so that Burr's final first rock, and it is
Nice.
not bad.
So he removed one red rock. It would have been really, really tough to remove both. I mean, I think that was what he was really going for
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
That red one is still buried behind 3 guards, but it's more exposed than it was. The draw is still there on the other side. Maybe with a very lightweight.
And
sort of-
team
Okay, so timeout.
timeout
You know, it's a tricky shot.
for Team Gartner.
So maybe they could do something, throw in something just to bump back the red one.
Okay.
You know, throw in back line or something like that. They could get around those guards. It's really hard to tell. It'd have to curl quite a ways.
That
They
would
only
be
need to-
tough. You've
they
got a
only
lot
need
of
to-
rocks out front, right? So you'd
But they
have to
only really need to bump it back a couple feet, because
Yeah.
if they get it out of the red,
right.
they'd
They
be
don't
sitting
have to
two.
completely take it out, right? They could just take that. They can just get rid of that red.
But actually right now, it's Team Gartner. We're actually
Well,
ahead
it's-
of ourselves
It's
here.
Gartner's timeout. Yes, that's right.
Well, Gartner's up next.
Yeah. So right.
So what their options are, because that's really what we should be discussing.
That's what I thought we
Team-
were discussing.
okay. Sorry, I was mixed up as to
That's
who was
okay.
throwing. For Team Gartner, it seems pretty clear to me that they just want to hit that yellow one. But if they stick, that means that Team Hebert can come in and hit and stick on that. But that still wouldn't be shot.
Yeah, it looks like they've
So
made the call and.
they're clearly going to come in and hit the yellow one. I'm just not sure quite where they would like to end up. It looks like
All right.
looks like the game is over on sheet C in the girls' game.
Does look like it's.
Okay, we're hearing from the officials. The game is over on sheet C.
We'll get a score update.
I don't
for
have
you
a
in
final
moment.
score, but Gornova.
Here we go, coming in, and it looks like it's just going to. Ooh.
It's going to hit the guard. They did not put up the final score on sheet C.
So we're waiting for a score update on sheet C.
I mean, I think Gornova was sitting 8-1 after 5,
so,
I
yeah.
think there's a good chance they won. But I don't see the final score up there. Okay, they are posting it. Okay, it was Shumakov got 1 on the 6th end, so the final score was 8-2 on sheet C. All right, back to our feature game.
Congratulations to Team Goldenova. Coming in is
They're trying to get around these
Hebert
guards.
is trying to
It's
get
real
around these
tricky.
guards. It's coming in. It's just going to make it. Oh, and it goes by. Makes it in.
was
Nice
a great
shot. We're
shot.
getting quite a bit of applause here in the warm room.
That was an excellent
That was
shot.
a very nice shot.
So that was 2 yellow, so 2 for Hebert. So we are tied, if I've kept track properly.
That is too.
So there's only one game still ongoing, and that is the game on our feature sheet, Gartner versus Hebert. And we are tied at 4-4 after 6 ends. Some
Applause for
I believe that is the team, the girls' team that just came off the ice.
Chimokov and Goldenova. Coming in, a really well-played game there.
All right, so I think I can show you both teams right now are taking a little break and having a consultation, figuring out what their
This
the
is
best
not an official break in the game. This is just something that they're allowed to do in between ends, or.
I think there is some official rules about it because any kind of time spent thinking or doing these kind of activities is clocked, and that's why we have timers keeping
Well, it
track.
looks like we are in the middle of a timeout of some sort.
Yeah, I think they have some maximum amount of time they can spend doing things like this, and you know they've got to be conscious of that somewhat, of not spending too much time strategizing.
Now I understand this is for a lot of these players, they're not used to playing in timed events, so this is a bit of a new.
I think it's done in this sort of competitive level events. I've never played in a spiel that's timed, I can say, so I'm not entirely sure how it works. But it's done in the competitive spiels.
Got a comment here from Dawn Aber. Ethan's mom is screaming after that last shot he made. That was a great shot. I think it was definitely well worth a scream or two.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like a guard on your Team Hebert.
Bury this. In front of the T-line now.
It's always a little weird when all the other players leave the ice and
It
you're the only
suddenly
one with the sheet. It gets very quiet.
Gets very quiet out there on the ice, except for the one game in play.
And you suddenly realize you can actually hear the warm room, where normally you're not very aware of it. There's a lot more people out here than there are in here than there are out on the ice.
Yeah, something gets a bit louder here in the warm room.
Yep, Mike, gotta go. Let's go. Come on, bring it. Gotta go.
So we do have a pretty relaxed schedule for this spiel. This is there's only 2 draws today, but there'll be 3 tomorrow.
Oh wow, it's gonna be a long day.
Like the freeze. Like this, guys.
I should look up what time those draws are.
good either way, Shaw.
All right, I just got official word. It is 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 7 p.m. is when the draws are tomorrow.
Long day of curling.
Ben! Ben!
Well, it's especially tough because almost all of these teams are playing in almost every draw.
Yeah, these guys are getting quite a workout then, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, normal sort of club level bonspiel is the kind I guess I've ever played in. You know, you play usually 1 or 2 a day. I think once I had to play 3, and that was an exhausting day.
Wow.
But I mean, I'm easily more than twice the age of most of these kids.
I think
they've got the energy.
I think I'm about more than that. Daniel Offer again, going for a second rock.
We gotta be in. Go, go, go. Go.
I think they're going for a corner guard here.
I think we do this first.
All right, we're going to pull up, forgot we could do this, the standings.
Let's do a reload on this page really quick.
Yeah, so let's turn off the scoreboard. So if you go to curlingzone.com, you can see the standings for both the boys game, the boys standings and the girl, or the men's standings and the women's standings.
Yeah.
And you can see actually more information about each of the teams and the players, including where they're from and some profiles. And you can see that right now Goranova has 2 wins, and the other 2 teams, Chumikov and Dutt, each have 1. Now going back to our current game, you can see that Hebert has got peeled their own guard. I'm not sure that was the intention there.
I don't think so.
They were trying to peel that red rock. And quickly pulling up the men's standings. Of course, this game is still ongoing, but you can see that
Clausen so far is leading with 2 wins.
Yes.
Although this game between Hebert and Gartner is yet to be decided.
So we'll update that
Zali's first
later in the broadcast.
Zali's first rock, I think. Sorry, we're having a little trouble keeping track of everything.
Whoa.
Did we get the girls' standings wrong? Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
Freeze?
We'll take a look at that. Again, we're multitasking here, sometimes poorly.
Which means not well at all.
Which way? I like the freeze. But which side? Actually, I like this way because then the miss is this. The miss is just the, yeah. Wait only, guys.
Gotta
It's
go.
over here. Yeah, they're dying at the end. Gotta go. Where? Where? They gotta go.
Done. Yeah, Dunn's wanted it.
Okay, thank you for the correction. I've now learned how to interpret the standings. The girls, I was correct though, the Goranova has had, I guess, 1 win and 1 loss. Dutt has had 1 win, and Chumikov has.
You're cutting out there.
Yeah.
Don't know if you Don't know if you heard Judy there. So Dutt is clearly at 1-0, 1 win, 1 no losses. Goranova is currently at 1-1, and Chumikov is at 0-1. So.
That's right, because Goranova has played in both draws so far. The other 2 each only played in 1. That makes sense. Okay, just trying to reconcile that. It's a little confusing that not all the teams have been.
Now I think it's highly appropriate that Leslie Dutt was the one pointing out that Susan Dutt is in fact in the lead, but then again, she's got a lot to be proud of course. So.
Yeah, it's the
But
first
we-
time we're using these standing page as well, so we're just figuring this out. But thank you for the correction.
And we appreciate the feedback online, everybody. You're helping us out. We, well, I don't know what I'm doing, but you know,
I clearly don't either.
you're doing a great job, Judy.
All right, so right
I'm
now
just looking
Gartner is sitting 3.
That one, I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so
Normal.
Benjamin Grady is on the lining up now.
No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. No. Yeah. No. No. Eddie, go hard, Eddie. Whoa, shot. Shot hard.
And that is coming through. It looks like it's going to
Oh, you got rid of 1.
peel out the guard. Yeah, not bad.
I think that was guard. I think it was counting. So,
Yeah.
you know, they cut them down. It's certainly useful.
No, Eddie, we need to help hold it. Eddie, we need to hold it.
Yeah, bring it around and try to sit here. If you sit here, it's fine. There's a lot of curl. You can definitely get this.
It's the op.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
Back.
yes.
Okay.
Sorry, we were messing with things settings again.
Really now. Come on, we're gonna get it by.
This is Gartner. Looks like they're trying to guard, maybe.
Open it up.
Nice put, Will. Sorry about that. No, that's fine. That's good.
Am I getting a rock through in?
Close.
Should I go for it?
No, it's not there.
Run back?
Like this.
We gotta do a run
Good
back.
draw.
We can do that.
So a bear trying to decide what to do here. Looks like his thrower is suggesting a draw through that port
Right.
on the right side,
You guys do the draw.
which is harder to see from this view vantage point. But if I zoom backwards,
I don't mind now.
the mid cam
Freeze is actually
Suddenly,
might be
that's-
there.
But getting
Yeah.
it here would be awesome.
Wow, it's quite a phalanx of guards there to get through, though.
Yeah, it's almost like they're a formation, like a formation flock of birds.
So I guess he's hoping to kind of come in and curl in from the right-hand side.
That's right, between the 2 red rocks, I think.
Okay, Grady's released
Make
his
sure
rock.
it's there, guys. Gotta be there. Whoa!
Well, it's got plenty of
Shot,
weight.
go! Shot! Go! Hard! All the way! Wait! Go! Hard!
Through the port.
He made it through.
Let's see where it ends up.
That's good.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
What a really nice shot.
What?
But it wasn't. I mean, would be really hard to have enough weight to really get rid of that red one. But you know, he cut right in there, just where he intended.
How much can you see of this? Is the run back there?
And by request, we got the scoreboard turned back on.
Try to outcount them. We're gonna come through that port and keep going.
Well, the other 2 games are over, but I'll put up what their final scores were. Although I don't think we really need necessarily to keep that up. Although I suppose it's not blocking.
No harm, no
anything.
foul. At least not on this this view.
And those are the final scores from sheets C and D.
Now, though? Yeah, we do it now. Now it's there. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Like half?
Halfway? Okay, got it. Yeah, we got it.
Eddie, you're gonna hold it. Once we get past that guard, you're gonna finish it. All right, Chuck?
Hold it and then chuck.
Whoa, no.
Whoa.
Yes, Eddie.
Eddie, go! Go, Eddie, go, Eddie, go! Close that rock.
First
Go,
rock
Eddie.
from Ethan
Go,
Hebert.
Eddie. Go! Go!
Not
Go,
sure it's gonna
Eddie,
make it past the
go!
guard.
Go!
It's just going to clip it.
That's
Yep.
good. That's good. They have to put it back
That's
up.
tough.
Put the guard back up. Yeah, they gotta put the guard back up. I don't mind that.
Ben Grady saying, no, that's good. That's what we wanted.
Oh, it's wide open now.
Yeah. And some high-fiving down there at the other end of the ice
Looks like
between.
Team Gartner is just going to keep putting up guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, lights off. Yeah, just get it over. Just get it over. Okay.
Hey, actually, I don't mind. No, I think we do it nose. Yeah, do it nose. Normal? Yeah. We got it, boys. Yeah, nose. On the back, right? Gotta get nose.
All right, so
Ethan Naber's final rock.
that's right.
Looks like he's got a lot to get through over here, but
I think he's going to try to bump back his red and get rid of that red one behind it.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Good shot.
Nice shot.
oh, nice. Wow, that's two.
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean,
Well, there's
obviously,
still one more rock.
we got
for
one more to
Gartner.
go. Yeah, but
Still got a hammer.
This side, this side.
All right, so this is the hammer rock on the 7th end.
7th. Here we go. Looks like he's going to maybe try to take out those two yellows if he can.
He's trying to double them out.
Yeah.
Oh, close.
Ah,
You
well.
certainly cut them down to one.
Oh, cuts him down to one, and it's one for Team Hebert at the end of the 7th.
That is 5-4. Sorry.
Yeah, 5-4.
Yeah, I just entered the score wrong. I will fix that immediately. 5-4.
Let's talk.
All right, so they're just setting up now for the 8th. So another quick consultation here. It's a tight game, continues to be a tight game.
Well, it looks like we picked the right game to have as our feature tonight.
Certainly. Exciting game. Both teams are playing very well, but, you know, that's always why it's difficult.
Okay.
Looks like they are drawing to the button, I believe was the gesture there.
Wait only. Clean. Be ready. It's slowing down. Yes, go. Go. 4-5.
Now this late in the game, so now you're changing strategy and you're trying to draw to the button, you think, or are they
So-
trying to bring up a guard here?
Well, I mean, what I would expect, I mean, so okay, what the pros would do, for instance, is they'd want a completely clean end, such that the team who has hammer, which in this case is Gartner, you know, if you keep it completely clean, you get rid of all of your rocks. The team that has hammer has the has the shot. So that maybe was what he was going for. I mean, it ended up centerline guard. It's a perfectly usable shot.
Sure.
But, you know, the simplest house is an empty one.
Right.
So such that the skip has, you know, an open draw. So I think that might have been what he was going for there.
Okay, go. Go.
It looks like a. All right.
It's a cross, but high guard there. So perhaps the ice is getting even slower as we start off the next end.
And we're dropping brooms left and right. That's a.
Maybe they do get tired, even though they're teenagers. It's 9 o'clock here. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't explain it. They did have practice ice this morning, even though there were only 2 draws today. But there was some practice with our rocks.
They've had a long day, haven't they?
Yeah.
They really have. They've been out there for some time.
You know, it's always different at a different club, different ice, different rocks. But our rocks are fairly new. We got them just last year.
Oh yeah, really?
It's a rare thing to replace a set of rocks, but it was time.
A little bit of etiquette that I'm learning now is that if one person drops a broom, everyone drops a broom. It kind of evens out the evens everything out. That's good to know. Thanks.
All right, that just seemed to bump back the red guard, but there is no rocks in the house right now. Still just 3 guards.
Dan Laufer coming in with his second rock. Looks like that's gonna.
Looks like another guard.
Come over the line. There's another guard.
Yeah, piling in those guards.
They sure
The
are.
draw is still there on the left. Well, on my left, I guess, is the right from the thrower's perspective. We're sitting, of course, behind the house in the warm room. And it looks like Bear is trying to draw on the other side right now. Certainly a port there. And they're all coming up late.
Oh, that's coming straight for the center, it seems, yeah.
Yeah, and bouncing off the top yellow guard. Well, looks like first one to get a rock in the house might have this. Well, although if it's Gartner, they'd be tied.
Yeah.
Which I assume would go to an extra end. And the official next to me, Alan McNeil, is shaking his head. So.
Now this looks like a draw shot for, well, maybe a draw shot.
Yeah, looks light again.
Yeah.
They were really struggling. I wonder.
Seems like it was coming in fast initially and just started to.
Yeah, but as it threw them further and further to the outside of the sheet, they, you know, it's ice hasn't been played on as much, and it gets slower. I mean, it may end up being a blank end.
Now,
the Bear
well,
would be
now looks
fine.
like we're coming on the other side. Here we go. Coming in Lee's rock.
Pretty soon it might be time to start peeling.
It's certainly curling now. Here we go.
Sorry, I forgot to switch to the other feed. Oh. Not quite. So actually, you can't even see the rock in the overhead view. It's still just outside the 12-foot.
Looks like it's coming in for another High guard. This one looks like a draw attempt, although.
Yeah, they're all at
they're
attempts.
just bumping in, yeah.
Yeah, the problem is they bump a guard
Yeah.
and then you're, you know,
Bump their
you
own
lose
in
all
this
that
case.
momentum.
No.
I like the board because it's going to be buried.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So at this point, since a bear has
Closing the board up completely if we
yeah, and if you like
doesn't have hammer and they're one ahead, and it would probably be good for them just to try to get the blank.
I mean, they might try to blanket or something, or try
Yeah, I
to.
mean if they blank it, they win.
Yeah.
They're up 1 right now. So I don't know if that was their intention, or maybe I just figured it out. You know, it's certainly what seems to be happening. But it
Well.
actually looks like both teams are legitimately trying to draw. They just keep getting snagging on the guards or ending up a little light. But there's, you know, some tap-up opportunities if it comes to it. For instance, that yellow on the left.
Okay, it looks like we're coming in on a draw on the left
There's
side.
a lot of weight there. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
that one's coming a little bit quicker. But it's coming. It's
It's
gonna
slowing
plow
down,
in.
yeah.
It's gonna hit those guards. Yeah, it's
Everything is curling a lot. And ending up
for all the
really-
weight they're throwing with, it just dies. You know, as it.
Yeah.
Wow,
We can bump the yellow up.
that's a lot of rocks. in
Yeah,
front of
I think there's a double tap back there, which is what they seem to be looking at. I mean, really, for a bear, they just need to not let anyone score.
Yeah,
Certainly,
and
of course, they'd be more comfortable with scoring
certainly
one.
would not be nice. It's desirable, but well, it looks
'Cause
like
there's
all right. It looks like a bear's going for a
I think
takeout
he's-
here.
No, I think he's going for a double tap back. He's
Think
going to
so?
tap
Double
his
tap?
yellow
Okay.
into the yellow behind it and tap
Well,
that in.
Well, the weight's pretty heavy, although it does, given the way it's been dying on the ice right
Right.
around here. Oh, it's coming in. Okay, so
Sorry, I should have shown you the full shot.
all right.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That was not what he meant to do.
major advantage for Gartner.
Oh, that was a nice try. But so a bear has just, instead of tapping his own back, and
That's,
hit it at an angle and pushed one
certainly-
of Gartner's rocks.
Yep,
into
certainly
the
not the
house.
plan, of course, but that's the way it goes in curling. And
Indeed. But now they do have an opportunity to tap that up. But perhaps that is why Gartner is taking it out. Oh, that
That's-
looks like it picked. That's unfortunate.
that didn't quite go as well. You know what, though? They may get. Oh! Okay, Grady had a slip there.
Yeah, it looks like he jumped back up.
Okay, the officials calling for a hold on the clocks, and we've resumed time. Seems like no disturbance of the rocks.
Yeah, I think he did a good job of avoiding that.
Yeah.
So we ended up with yellow in the 12-foot, but the red is out counting it. I think that red rock, it looked like it kind of took a sudden turn. It must have picked
Yeah.
on something. It's unfortunate because it had a lot of weight.
I bet that's got to be hurting for Ben Grady there, but
It happens.
yeah. All right, Hebert's first rock.
Gotta be here.
Seems to be coming in with a lot of weight.
Yeah. Eddie.
Well, maybe not. It was just a draw.
Well, it does seem to be slowing down.
Incredibly so. Oh, no. I think he might be on the red one
dear.
again.
Whoa,
Oh no! Oh no!
Whoa, never.
Well, it's slowing down. I think it's just going to
Grady,
freeze right to it.
Grady demanding never and getting it. All right.
I think everyone could see that. They didn't want to tap in another red
No.
rock. Although from that angle, well, I don't know if it would have pushed the yellow one in.
Try another camera angle, but so we'll try to give you a better view here as to the situation we're dealing with.
There are a lot of guards.
We have lots of guards, almost
I
a
see
minefield.
9 guards, plus a rock at the 12-foot.
And Caleb Gartner on his first rock. And it looks like that's going to just, well, you know what?
Well,
Got
stopped
another guard.
short. Yeah.
Yeah, just too bad. That might have just bit in if it had been able to get there. But
Do you like the center raise?
Or do you like the high guard or stand straight?
I like the center raise.
so I got some consultation on Team Hebert. Trying to think about what they're going to do for this final shot.
No, it looks like
We have 11 guards on the ice, by the way. Just had an official count.
becomes tricky. Yeah.
This is something to negotiate. Okay, so we got a little bit of maneuvering to do here. As Team Hebert deliberates on. So we got to keep our eyes on that thinking time. That
Sounds like they've got plenty of time.
Sounds like they have about 5 minutes or so. It looks like they're doing 6 minutes, so they're doing just fine on time. But it's something they got to just be mindful of. And we have monitors facing into the ice shed so that both teams can certainly look and see how much time they have available, I think.
I like the raise because even if we crash here, we come over in front of this.
And they may need to use up some more of that thinking time. There's a lot to certainly a lot to think about. But it looks like they've made a decision.
Yeah, what is their plan? There's a minefield of rocks out there. It's hard to tell.
Maybe just hoping to just kind of, boy.
So.
I mean, what they really want to do is get rid of Gartner's
that's impossible.
shot, and I just don't know how they can do it. So maybe the best thing to hope to do next is promote.
What they might be trying to do is actually
own.
just block the promote of Gartner's promote. There.
Well, here it comes, and
Yes!
Well, that's a lot of weight. They're doing some sort of hit, clearly.
Whoa! Drop, gotta go! Gotta go! Eddie, go! Go!
here it comes.
That works.
No change inside.
We have the raise on the inside and then force them out.
So more guards, although they've been rearranged.
I believe our guard count is now 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
Looks like we have 11 guards.
if no more rocks enter the house, we have a tie on our hands and we'll go to an extra end. So I think everybody's trying to avoid that. I mean, there's a tap up on the right side for the red. Yellow looks tricky because
there is an outside chance they could promote the rock that based upon the broom placement.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
They may be trying to do that, promote their own rock in and steal this for the win.
Well, they have hammer, so it's not really a steal.
So it's not a steal, sorry, but you win the game.
Win the game,
Well,
certainly.
looks like just about everybody's on their feet now in the warm room, and
yeah,
this is definitely
moment of curling.
This is high intensity here, and we've got parents and family members and friends and all eyes
I
on.
think the other teams have probably called it a night. But
Yeah.
many of them
I
will be
think
back.
the folks who called it a night left too early. This is quite a situation. Here we go. Caleb Gartner's final rock, and it comes in
Very nice. That was a
for
great shot.
2. And
All
they're
right,
shaking
MC
hands,
handshakes.
and
So
that is our game tonight. Well done by Team Gartner.
So it was 2 for Gartner for a final score of 6-5.
Quite a night. And that wraps up day 1 of the U18 playdown. And
Have you updated the standings? We can show what those
let
look like.
me get that updated for you right now, and then we'll take a look here.
So So just give us a second to get this updated.
6. And I have to log back into the website. Bear with me as I do that. But that was quite a nice shot, and round of applause in the warm room here for everybody.
It was a well-fought game on both sides.
It certainly was.
Sorry, of course. Now the website makes you log out and do everything over
Just
again.
when you need the
So
website
that
to
was
do that.
2
That
for
was
Gartner.
2 for Gartner.
In the 8th end.
And that's our final score for the night. We got the website updated.
All right, so let me take down the
Wait a
scoreboards, and
minute.
you can see the final standings is that Clausen
Wait a
is
minute.
2 wins.
How did I end up with Hebert? Aber should have 5, and I have 4 for Ob. 2, 3, 4.
Well, anyway, it's a win either way.
Certainly is a win, but where did I? But I just want to make sure I got
and,
my stats correct.
Gartner is sitting 1-1. Hebert 1-1, and Austercherens is 2 losses. So thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and
especially to all of our curling moms. You've been very enthusiastic, and we appreciate your commentary.
and for helping me to sound reasonably coherent. Oh, who am I kidding? But
so
thank
the
you very
broadcast will be
much.
back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
And it won't be us.
Nope.
So you won't have to put up with our amateur hour over here. But thanks so much for watching, everyone.
Good night.